Ophthalmology has witnessed remarkable advancements, revolutionizing diagnosis and treatment of various eye conditions, including dry eye disease or DED, a condition attracting great interest thanks to increasing numbers of cases, one driven by an aging population, greater smartphone and computer screen time, and environmental changes. For the millions of Americans suffering dry eye disease, relief often feels temporary, until now.
Dry eye is caused by many different things. Some people have problems with their glands, other people have impacted ducts. The experiences for the patient is usually itchiness, wateriness, things like that. The good news is that now with Tixel Eye, we can help a lot of those symptoms. So prior to the Tixel Eye, most patients had to use warm compresses or over-the-counter drugs or eye drops, things like that. The problem was they had to use them over and over every single day. With the Tixel Eye, it's only 3 short treatments that take 2 minutes each, and it gives them long-lasting results, so you don't have to repeat those things they were doing before.
The Tixel Eye procedure is a 2-minute procedure, and at the end of that procedure, we're going to see immediate response and benefit to dry eye symptoms. The great thing about that is after 3 months, we're going to see it continue to improve. So the beauty of this is that not only do you get the procedure and get the immediate response that we're looking for, we're seeing it improve over time. So if you spend any time with someone who is suffering from dry eye disease, they'll tell you that their eyes are red, itchy, scratchy. They're spending a lot of times putting drops in their eyes, and it's just masking symptoms, right? And it really takes a wear on your mental health and your vision. So the researchers at Tixel wanted to come up with a more long-standing, something that would treat the dry eye disease in a long-term way. The beauty of this is I call it a biohack. So what happens is the Tixel allows your eye to operate and produce the right amount of tears at the right composition, so it restores it back to normal, no Band-Aids needed.
Tixel Eye from Tixel offers leading-edge advancements for both dry eye and skin care, featuring an FDA-cleared device for the application of localized heat and pressure therapy.
I was getting dry eye such that I couldn't wear my contacts for an extended period of time, so I was only able to wear them for a few hours, and because of that, I wasn't able to work the way that I wanted and needed to. And then after the Tixel, I'm able to wear my contacts for 8, 10, 12, up to 16 hours a day.
The patients that come into our clinic are looking for solutions for their redness, itchiness, dryness, discomfort, excessive tearing, vision loss. And we're able to offer them other treatments besides just the regular over-the-counter drops, prescription drops, heat packs, stuff they've been a slave to at home, and they're not able to get access to the technology that we have. There are other technologies available, lights and lasers, but this seems to do the trick for a lot of patients who have failed with that. And Tixel Eye has seemed to help the patients that those other technologies haven't been able to help. Tixel Eye is a new technology available to our patients that applies a heat and a pressure in a way that rejuvenates the glands and helps them to move again.
So energy-based devices are just like what they sound. They are using energy to actually cause an effect, a medical effect. We are often looking at lasers, intense pulse light, which is often called IPL, or radio frequency. Those are all hitting target tissue to create this biological effect. You can have issues with those where if there's darker skin tones or things going on within the body and they can't be used. Now we have the Tixel device. The Tixel uses precise heat and pressure to create an effect, bypassing the need for a target tissue, getting that immediate effect right where you want it to create a healing reaction. So the Tixel devices, specifically the Tixel Eye for dry eye, is made to treat all patient types, whether they have neurological disorders, whether they're skin type. We want them to be able to have a treatment for dry eye that's not only going to provide relief, but relief that lasts.
I was one of the contributors to the FDA clinical trial for the phase 3 evaluation of Tixel, which is a thermomechanical device for treating dry eye disease due to meibomian gland disease. After 3 treatments with Tixel, the durability improvement for the signs and symptoms of dry eye due to meibomian gland disease continued to improve over a 3-month and a 6-month period. We chose Tixel to become our treatment of choice for patients with meibomian gland disease leading to dry eye because the current treatment modalities just haven't been effective. Tixel really has shown us to be effective and long-lasting when used on our patients. After using Tixel and comparing it to the other methods of treating dry eye, what we found was there's an improved safety profile that makes it so simple where there is no real way to get a wrong setting or perform a wrong procedure on the eye. And because of its safety, efficacy, speed, ease of use, we are now using that as our first line of treatment for treating meibomian gland disease causing dry eye disease.
I started having eye pain, swollen eyelids, and just gritty eyes, sore eyes, and I didn't know what to do about it. So I decided to see my primary care physician. I was told I had allergies and to just take allergy medicine. It didn't clear up, so I decided to go see Dr. Lauren Bailey. She introduced me to Tixel and did this heat treatment on my eyelids, lower and upper eyelids, and that cleared up the problem that I was having with the swollen eyes. And I was very thankful to be able to just drive away from each treatment with no pain.
So we know millions of people are suffering with dry eye disease across the US. This product not only gives you significant outcomes for the dry eye disease, but it's also super easy to use, right? Each procedure is about 2 minutes long, so the patient throughput on this product is truly amazing. In fact, we have physicians that are using this product and they're putting 50 people through this procedure a day, and that translates into a great, not only a great outcome for the patient, but also a great business impact for the physician. Millions of people are suffering with dry eye disease across the country. And it doesn't matter where you live because we see an aging population and we see more and more people spending time in front of a screen. That screen time is going to get you more and more dry eye disease. In addition, dry eye disease is amplified in drier climates. So when you think about the Southwest or even higher altitude places, mountainous regions across the US will have a higher prevalence of dry eye disease. I've spent many years in corporate America. Many of these are highly innovative companies, and a lot of times they give you these personality assessments and skills assessments, and the thing that always pops up to the top for me is I'm a mission-driven person. And when I look at what Novoxyl's doing here with Tixel, this is a product that is completely disruptive in the eye health space and the aesthetics. And I think once we get this out in the market, we're going to see a quick adoption, and it's going to completely change the lives of many patients.
So I've been pretty surprised on the uptake of the Tixel Eye, and that's because it's very fast and easy to integrate into a practice. In fact, it's only been available a few weeks, and many doctors have already purchased it and made it their standard of care. What's interesting is the patients really like it too because it's very fast, it's no pain, they get in and out of the practice very quickly, and they get great results even during the first treatment. So the interesting thing about Tixel, it's been around for almost 13 or 14 years. And so what we found when we're using it for dermatology, for wrinkles or age spots and things like that, is that it helps rejuvenate the skin. And that's what gives us the long-term effect. When we're using the Tixel Eye for dry eye care, we kind of found the same thing. So patients are pretty happy that it doesn't hurt, it works, it gives them very nice results, and the results seem to last.
So the Tixel Eye is a simple procedure, it's comfortable for patients, and it gives you results that last.
Don't mask symptoms. Let your eye be rejuvenated so at the end of the day, you don't have those problems anymore. Let your eye do what it's supposed to do. Use Tixel Eye.
So Tixel is amazing because in only 2 minutes you can get great results that last, and it's easy for doctors to integrate in their practice.
Discover more about Novoxyl's Tixel Eye technology for both dry eye and skin rejuvenation, and how their eye and skincare industry expertise can benefit your business or practice's bottom line. Visit Tixel.us.